Hello YouTubes, my name is BLB Dart. All of the kids are asleep. You know what that means. Time for personal news. Do note that I am filming from a less unflattering angle. You're welcome. Although changing the angle, it does become painfully obvious that I have a double chin. Leave it to my camera to tell me I have one. Or rude commenters. Nice year, everyone? Yes? No? Please, tell me about it. My New Year's was pretty uneventful. I can't exactly go out and drink until 2 a.m. with a baby, of course. I mean, I can't use the baby as an excuse for everything, but I do. Because it is a very, very good one. Yeah, that's so amazing. You're such an amazing, awesome person. So I saw The Hobbit with Xbox Games. Check it out here. I've been a long-time fan of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit since the books, but there have been nagging questions eating at me ever since I saw The Hobbit. So, BLB Dart's list of things that the characters should have done to not suck and cause The Lord of the Rings to happen in the first place. For anybody that doesn't know that The Hobbit is a prequel to The Lord of the Rings, why didn't you know that? Please continue watching your episode of Honey Boo Boo and turn me off. Thank you. Number 1. Recruit an army. Movie 2 states that the main dwarf, Thorin Oakenshield, the rightful king of the dwarves, needs the Arkenstone from the lair of the dragon in order to rally the dwarven houses together to fight the dragon. The best question is, he's headed there to reclaim it and has the position of king by blood right. Why doesn't he just tell them, hey, help me please, I'm gonna go become the king, I need your help. If he approaches a dwarf who is homeless from losing their hometown of Dale to the dragon, or some scumbag dwarf who was working as a tavern bouncer, I am 100% sure that that dwarf will not say, I'm sorry, my life as a meaningless peon means more to me than restoring our lost home after all these years. And it definitely isn't burning inside me a hatred and thirst for vengeance for the creature that ate and charred my family alive in front of my eyes. I'm sorry, Thorin. That wouldn't happen. I would want revenge. And Thorin would logically be able to recruit people to help him, more so than the petty little group that Gandalf threw together for him to go with. They could all band together, kill the dragon, since at that point Bilbo had already discovered the dragon's weakness. The end. Number 2. Gandalf, shut up and sit down. Gandalf should stop leaving, stop telling them to go places and do things and then vanish off the ends of the earth to do those things. How is he the only one that does these things? Radagast is a wizard, why isn't he doing noble things? The point I am making is when Gandalf says their goal is blank and they need to go to blank, he should stick with them to the goal at blank. Instead, he goes off and investigates the ruins alone for some odd reason and then gets captured. The only reason he is alone is because he tells Radagast to deliver a message. In The Lord of the Rings, Gandalf was capable of communicating with animals to deliver a message. Radagast is a master of animals. Why doesn't he just tell Radagast, please come with me, send one of your animals to send Galadriel a message about this ruin? Number 3. Recruit the Bear Man. There was a man who turns into a giant beast bear. A giant sentient bear. And he wants revenge on the orcs who killed his entire population. Recruit him into your party, you idiot. The fat, old, white-haired dwarf uses his charms to have a boatman take them to Lake Town. Why not use those charms and recruit the bear man? He could turn into a bear and bite the dragon's face off. I mean, his transformation is unpredictable, according to Gandalf, but he's still capable of protecting them while he's at their house running around in the woods. Sentient. That's not unpredictable. Is the transformation unpredictable? Then have the guy sleep in the woods outside of Lake Town. He could have protected them from the orcs, which invaded later. Number 4, Bilbo, keep the ring on. You are wandering around in Smaug's lair looking for the Arkenstone. Eventually you see it, even though Smaug has detected you. For some reason you picked the worst possible time to have a moral dilemma and say, I'm not going to wear this ring anymore because I saw something scary. Who cares? Put it back on, grab the Arkenstone, leave, and give it to Thorin. He can leave, he can rally the armies, and then they come back and kill the dragon and you win. You failed, Bilbo. Movie 3 is happening because you are a failure. I'm sure I'll think of more things along these lines, but for now, these are the things that are just right on the top of my head that just bother me a lot. Okay, for World Media News, I changed it to World Media News because, you know, I'm a little more than a video game nerd. I'm a deep human being, I have a ton of emotions, a lot of facts inside of me. So I recently beat the video game Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 to me was a very fun little romp through an island and jungle environment, taking out enemies with a machete and sometimes bullets via different generic forgettable gun. That part of it was good. The bad part is a very weak storyline. You play as a main character named Jason Brody. You and your friends have been captured by evil pirates, and they are planning to auction off your friends as slaves. I mean, the storyline revolves around you, Jason Brody, as you turn into a cold-hearted killer, and oh no, it's not a problem to be killing people anymore, I'm desensitized to it. I mean, one of his first lines in the game is, I've never shot anyone before. As if that would bother you. All of your friends have been kidnapped, you survived, and you want to save them. And yet when you are handed money to buy weapons, you tell the guy, I haven't shot anyone before, but I need to save my friends. How am I gonna... Really? I mean, you think you're going to be able to save them without killing anybody? All of your friends have been kidnapped by militant pirates, and you have to single-handedly save all of them. But here's the storyline. Your friends have been kidnapped, you save them. The end. I mean, there are other smaller, unimportant things like killing psychopathic murderers who rule the militant pirates, or the leader of a slave and drug operation throughout the entire world. I mean, these characters die. They're very forgettable. They don't matter. And because the main villains in the game are so forgettable and killed so easily, that's not a good thing. So ultimately, my judgment, Far Cry 3, good game, bad story. I mean, that can happen. The gameplay was very, very fun. I liked it. I captured every single one of the little bases. This is because it was fun. I just liked sneaking up on people and stabbing. I even downloaded the Blood Dragon DLC. That is worth it. Buy it. It is very, very, very short, though, like most DLC. But the game mechanics and the mock 80s action movie era theme were hilarious, and actually more memorable than Jason Brody's bloody romp through generic build. And the soundtrack is pretty good too. Alright, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and yes, please subscribe. Check out my other videos on these playlists, which I update all the time. And by all the time, I mean whenever I get bored of making these. Okay, bye!